favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, and welcome back to the place where we get your mind right, your spirit right, and your money right. And I was just here. I'm in London right now. I have my assignment coming up soon this evening and then also on Saturday. But as I was meditating, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go live. Yes, I'm going to go live. Matter of fact, let me show y'all my view real quick. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yes. It's so cute. And I'll cut this after this. I'll show you what it looks like, my view. But here's the thing I wanted to point out to you. You attract what you think about the most. And I know you're going to very easily be like, yeah, I know. And that's why I try not to think about that thing that I actually want. But what people don't actually realize is that we think about that thing more than we realize we think about it. And because we're not realizing we're thinking about it, we're actually further programming ourselves to continue to attract the thing that we don't want. For example, let's say you are not making the type of money that you want to make in your business. And so you're sitting there and you're like, well, I'm going to think, prosperity. I'm going to think, on positive things. It's going to get better. Things are turning around and all of that stuff. But what I want you to understand is that your brain understands language. So if you keep saying that, oh, it's going to turn around, it's turning around soon, it's going to get better, what you're inadvertently telling yourself subconsciously is that it's bad right now. That's why things are going to turn around. Slow down. Let me say it again so you can catch it. You're telling yourself things are going to turn around because the way things currently are not what you want. And so you are believing that they're going to turn around because they're not what you want them to be currently. So even though you're saying, I want things to turn around, what you're telling yourself and basically affirming is that right now, the thing that you want is not there. The money that you want is not there. The business deals that you want is not there. That's what you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself this inadvertently, but you're still telling yourself this. Therefore, you keep attracting the same thing that you don't want. And so you feel frustrated. You feel like things are not turning. You feel like it's taking forever. You feel like this thing doesn't work. You feel like you're just going to be subject to the statistics that are out there about business, which is that they close within the first 3 to 5 years. So what do? You have to speak things and think on things in a way that inadvertently and subconsciously tells your brain that you do have it, tells yourself that you do have it. This is why visualization is so powerful, because when you visualize something, you're seeing yourself and feeling yourself in the place that you envision, you desire, and you're playing that in your mind, and that is playing onto your emotions, because don't forget your T. Your thoughts trigger your emotions, and your emotions facilitate your actions. So when you are doing visualization, you're having these thoughts, you're playing these thoughts intentionally on the canvas of your imagination. Then those thoughts are triggering your emotions and you're feeling that thing, right? And now that feeling is causing you to take certain and specific actions. And actions over time will then create the results you desire. This is really, really key. And here's the truth. When you visualize something over and over and over and over and over and over again, you tap into the power of repetition. And repetition is the key to learning. That's one of the ways that you reprogram your mind, your subconscious specifically, is repetition. So now you keep visualizing it. You do this in the morning. You do this at night, in the morning, at night, in the morning, at night. over the course of time, what's happening is now, because you're doing it so much, that is what's being pushed on your subconscious is increasing. And what is there right now is decreasing. And so it's going like that. And so because it's increasing, it starts to project out of your life and you begin to see what you actually desire. You start to attract what you actually want. Okay. So let's say it's love, a spouse, right? And you're like, I can't wait for my spouse to get here. I just want to be married. And oh, what I'm going to do when I get married. Stop doing that. Because what you're doing is you're inadvertently, subconsciously telling yourself that you don't have that thing. That's why you want it. You never ask for the thing that you already have. You don't. You ask for the thing, or you focus on the thing that you don't have, right? So if you're walking by faith for real, then walking by faith means that you are acting like you already have it. You're acting like it's already there. So instead of you saying, oh, I can't wait for my husband to come, I can't wait for my wife to come, or oh, I'm looking for my husband, or I want my husband to find me, you say, man, I'm so happy my husband found me. Child, we are better together than we were apart. This is how I fix my bed because my husband likes it done this way. I'm making this for dinner tonight because this is my husband's favorite meal. So you're speaking those things that be not as though they were. So what happens is now you're tapping into the spiritual realm and you're tapping into the physical realm. And you're also programming your psyche. And that is what it really comes down to. Having your physical, your spiritual, and your psyche all be synchronized and syncopated together. So there's no resistance or very, very minimal resistance, right? There's no or low resistance so it can flow. That is how it goes. So you attract what you think about most often. And if you keep thinking about lack, if you keep thinking about lacking a husband, lacking your spouse, lacking money, lacking business, lacking friends, lacking, housing, lacking your favorite luxury car, lacking experiences or travel, then you're going to keep attracting that. And that's what's going to keep happening to you. But when you turn it around, and this is something that's really particular, right? So you're going to have to realize that you've been thinking a certain way for a long time. So it's going to take time for you to start thinking a different way. But when you do, you will absolutely start to see the results you want. So you have to be more conscious and intentional about what it is that you're thinking so that you can get the results that you actually want and you start to see what it is that you actually desire. It just comes to you. It naturally flows to you because you've cut the resistance. All right. Tell me what you think about this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had that type of experience before where you realized that you shifted in your thought process and then it happened for you. But also tell me in the comments, let's discuss this, right? Tell me in the comments if you realize just from this video that you have been perpetuating the lack through the thoughts that you think and the things that you say and how you're going to turn it around. If you tell me in the comments how you're going to turn it around and what you're going to start saying instead, then I'll let you know if you're right on track or if there's something different that you can say so that you can get the results you actually want. All right. I love you. Smash the like button. Of course, subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll make sure to see you in the next video.